Okay, let's see for the first example. So we have here expand the function of fx equals to cos x as a series of ascending powers of x minus pi over 2 as far as the fifth term, and use this series to find the approximate value of cos 92 degrees correct to 3 decimal places. Okay, so one of the use for the series is we want to evaluate the value of a function in the given value of x. Alright, so in this case we want to use the Taylor series expansion. Okay, but then remember we have two types of Taylor series. The first one is the series for fx, and the second one is the series for fe plus x. So you need to identify whether we want to use the first series, that is the series of fx, or the second series, that is the series of fe plus x. Okay, so in this example, so let's see here, we want to expand, okay, in the series of x minus pi over 2, which means you have in the form of, so this one, it is in the form of x minus a. Alright, so if you have the series is in the form of x minus a, that means it is the Taylor series for the expansion of fx. Alright, so this is your fx. Alright, so now what will be the series that you will use? So the series that you will use is for fx equals to fe plus, okay, f prime a x minus a, because you want in the form of this one, ascending powers of x minus a. Alright, and then plus 1 over 2 factorial f double prime a x minus a square, okay, and then plus 1 over 3 factorial f triple prime a x minus a cube, and you need to write another terms. Why? Because the question is we want to find until the fifth term. Okay, so the fifth term means this one is the first term, this one is second term, third term, fourth term, so we need the another one. So the another term we have here is 1 over 4 factorial f for a x minus a power of 4 plus dot dot dot. So this is the series that you will use. Okay, next step, we will substitute the coefficient and the constant. Alright, so before that we need to find what is your fa, f prime a, f double prime a, f triple prime a, and f for a. Okay, so the first step is we will write what is your fx. Okay, so the fx is the given function in the question, this one. Alright, so your fx is cos x. Okay, so since we want to find until the fifth term, so we need to find your f prime x, f double prime x, triple prime, and also f for x. Okay, so differentiate for cos, we will get negative sign x. Okay, differentiate negative sign, you will get it is negative cos x, and differentiate negative cos, we will get it is sine x, and lastly differentiate sine, you will get cos x. Okay, so from here we can find what is your fa. So what is your a? Right, your a is f pi over 2. Okay, so it is comes from here. this one. So x minus a is x minus pi over 2, which means you will get your a is pi over 2. Okay, so find your f pi over 2. You will get it is cos of pi over 2, which is equals to 0. And then f prime pi over 2 equals to negative sine of pi over 2, which is equals to negative 1. F double prime equals to this one. So you will get it is also 0, and continue. We have here is sine pi over 2 equals to 1, and lastly we have here is cos pi over 2 equals to 0. Okay, remember for this one it is in the form of radian, meaning you have to use mode radian in your calculator. Okay, alright. Okay, next steps, we will substitute all the value that we have here in your formula. Alright, so now the formula will be, so your fx equals to fe plus f prime a x minus a. Okay, so now the formula from here, we will have your fx is your cos x, this one, right? Okay, so you will get it is cos x equals to your fe means you want to find your f pi over 2 plus f prime pi over 2 x minus pi over 2 plus 1 over 2 factorial f double prime pi over 2 x minus pi over 2 square plus 1 over 3 factorial f triple prime pi over 2 x minus pi over 2 cube plus 1 over 4 factorial, so f4 pi over 2 x minus pi over 2 power of 4 plus dot dot dot. Okay, so this is your formula. Alright, so now we will substitute all the value. So we have here the expansion will be, so your f pi over 2 is this one, f pi over 2 is 0. Okay, so this one you will substitute in your series. Okay, so now the series will be f pi over 2 will be 0 plus, so your f prime is negative 1 x minus pi over 2 plus 1 over 2 factorial, so f double prime is times 0, so x minus pi over 2 square plus 1 over 3 factorial times 1 x minus pi over 3, pi over 2 power 3, and another one is 1 over 4 factorial times 0 plus dot dot dot. So as you can see here, so you have here is 0, meaning actually you don't have to write for these two terms because the value will be 0. Okay, now just simplify, you will get, it will be, so negative 1 x minus pi over 2, okay, plus, So calculate 1 over 3 factorial, you will get it is 1 over 6. So you can calculate the factorial in your calculator. Alright, and then x minus pi over 2 power 3 plus dot dot dot. So this is your expansion of cos over x. So this is your expansion of cos x in the power series of x minus pi over 2. Okay, and for this one, since it is negative 1, so since it is here is negative 1, you can just write as negative here. Okay, so it will be negative here. Okay, next step. Next step, we want to approximate. We want to find the approximate value of cos of 92 degrees. Okay, so let's see here. We want to find cos 92 degrees. Okay, so remember, you will find the value of cos 92 degrees by using this series. Okay, that means you will estimate the value of cos 92 degrees in traditional way, that is using series and without using calculator. Alright, okay, next. To use the series, you will compare the value that you want to find. Okay, you will compare it with your series. So in this case, you want to find cos of 92 degrees. Okay, so when you compare, okay, which means if cos 92 degrees equals to cos x, okay, or if cos x equals to cos 92 degrees, meaning here your x is 92 degrees. But since we want to find in the form of radian, you have to change into the form of radian, where there is times with pi over 180 degrees equals to 92 pi over 180, or you can also simplify the value. Alright, so next, this value of x we will use to substitute it in your series. Okay, so now you will have here your cos of 92 pi over 180 equals to negative, so 92 pi over 180 minus pi over 2, okay, plus 1 over 6, 92 pi over 180 minus pi over 2 power of 3. So where is the series comes from? It is comes from here. Okay, and when you simplify, you will get negative 2 over 180 pi, and then plus 1 over 6. So this one you will get 2 pi over 180 power of 3. And lastly, your answer will be negative 0.035. Okay, so this is your final answer. Okay, so you can check the value of your cos 92 degrees by using calculator. Okay, so check cos 92 degrees using calculator and you will get the similar answer. Okay.